What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. Today we're going to take a look at The Last of Us Part 2, a Cliker from CC Toys. And I reviewed the previous figures, which is Ellie and Joel. So this is basically the zombie in that game. I said it before, The Last of Us Part 1 was the best game I've ever played. Now Part 2, it's still a pretty good game, but not Part 1. Not Part 1. But with that being said, I missed out all the figures from CC Toys from Part 1, so I'm not going to miss out on Part 2. So here we are on this review. And this is retailing for $120, which is not bad at all. Not bad. So I decided to pick one up. And I picked up the entire set. I'm just a big fan of Last of Us, and you see the black stand right there. And this is I would say the cheapest out of the three, and also the least accessories, and rightfully so. I don't mind paying $120 for this at all. I think it's a fair price. You get an extra pegs in there, and a few hands in a stand. That's all he needs to come with, really. And then you take him out, and the arms are backwards, as you can see here. You can bend the elbow, but yeah, I don't know. And my Joel came like this as well. The good news is you can just flip it over, and it does get fixed pretty easily. And as far as the figure, it is nice for what you are gonna pay for $120. No complaints whatsoever. And as you see here, let's take a look at some of the accessories. These are generic hands, as you know. So you might think, why does he have a trigger finger hand? Who knows? The Cliker does not use any weapons or would use anything at all. You know, that's it. The one thing I do like about this, it does have bloody hands. You know, like they attack someone or they just ate someone. I don't know if they actually eat some. I think they do. But it does. And the good news is you can interchange these hands because they are the same hands with Joel. You know, the trigger finger hands and all that stuff. So these are generic hands. You got them fisted hands. It's not like Clickers goes into a fight. Now, one hand that I'm looking for is that gesture that you just made, which is the kind of like the clawed hand, you know, because they're zombies basically, and you want them kind of like with those fingers that are kind of, you know, trying to dig into you, you know, like kind of like Spider-Man hands basically. But you know, they don't have with that, you know, or Thor. So let's take a look at the figure itself. It has some weathering on its clothes, some rips, some, you know, tattered edges and rips in the shirt. This actually reminds me of Ellie's shirt. I'm not going to be surprised. Is it the same one? I don't know. But I like the blood stains. Now, if you've seen the picture on the box, the blood stains are a little bit more darker. It's more, I would say, precise or more detailed compared to this. This is more like dried up. It's been there for a while. And I do like it. You see a big ball joint out there though, which is an eyesore, unfortunately, and he doesn't have any watches or anything like that to cover it up. It is what it is. But the jeans, you know, it's nicely done. You know, there's some rips and damages in there. Is this the same shoe as Joel? Again, it might be different color. Won't be surprised. It looks like the same jeans as Joel and Ellie as well. You know, so, but you know, there's a lot of, you know, details in here as well. So even if it's recycled, it doesn't represent that completely. Who knows? We'll check on the comparison video later. But it does look good. I like them. You know, the few details here and there that compromises this entire figure. Now the arms should be a little bit more, because he's turning here. I mean, he already turned. He's a Clicker. So I was hoping like the hands, the arms have a little bit more detailed of, you know, turning and all that stuff. But it's okay. What are you going to expect from a $120 figure anyway? And this is the head sculpt, which I think is fantastic. You see the teeth. It is, it's all the way down to the neck. It is disgusting and beautiful at the same time. He does have that flower look, amoeba look on his face, the split on the teeth. You know, somebody, I know Will bought two and customized one, and it turned out really well. At $120, it doesn't hurt to buy a second one. You know, you can. Do you want to army build this? No, because you're gonna have to buy different outfits, and that would add to the cost. However, even if it did, it's still gonna be relatively cheap compared to like a regular Hot Toys figure, since it starts at 120. But it does look fantastic, I can tell you that. Do I wish they would do more? Sure, you know, like a bloater. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy all of those, but I would love to see them. You know, some super fans out there. I consider myself a huge fan, but you know, my spending to these guys have a little bit of a limit. But man, look at those blood on his chin, on his teeth. Nicely detailed here. A little bit more colorful than I would love. You know, like the orange. I would like that to a little bit more desaturated, but that's just me. As far as articulation, you know, there's no limits to this whatsoever. You can see it's double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. This is the guy that it doesn't really need to articulate that much, you know, because he is a clicker, basically a zombie. So his movements are a bit you know, limited, so to speak. He's not gonna sit down or anything. They don't go idle like that. But it's nice because even though it's double jointed elbows, I don't think I would care. You know, his sleeves are long enough to kind of cover it up. And as far as the knee, so it's nice that you can put him in post positions. But the waist is kind of wobbly, you know, like a cheap body that they used here. And the neck is one piece, you know, from the face, so the movement is a bit limited. I wish there was like two piece, because you won't really see the seam in here, so you can have him in, you know, like the tilting head position where it's kind of being creepy and all that stuff. But hey, it is what it is. It does look good with one piece though. Between the neck and the head, it does look, because it's seamless. So it just, the flow of the decaying neck or skin looks fantastic. And here he is with Joel on his back. Doesn't even realize it until he turns around right about now that he would get Joel. And here he is. He's gonna, oh, Joel's gone. But here he is in another area. The one that you saw earlier, I consider that spores. You know, the one flying in the air. They're just dust coming from above the building. And here he is, kind of in the thriller position. He's ready to pounce. Ready to pounce right here. Some blood on his neck. Either it's his own blood or he ate someone, you know. So I love Last of Us. I gotta replay it. I know we played this. If you don't watch me, you know, watch me at stream, or you will at YouTube. We play Last of Us, the first one at least, multiplayer. It's so much fun for the other team to kill us all the time, not for us. We're just having fun. We die a lot, but here you go. And they're in the snow now. And him, Joel, and look at that. Let's say, yeah, pretty much the same shirt, I believe. Just a different color. Oh, no, not with Joel. He does have pockets, the cover on the pockets there. Maybe with Ellie. Ellie looks the same, but this one's tattered and a little bit bigger, perhaps. But, hey, who cares, right? The pants are a little bit baggy on the Clicker. But there you go, guys. Clicker from The Last of Us Part 2, or The Last Survivor from CC Toys. If you're a fan of the game, I would highly recommend this. It's $120. I mean, what more can you ask for? $120. You can even buy 2, 3 of these and change the outfit, you know, make him like a soldier or something else, and it would still look fantastic. I'm a fan, so maybe I'm a little biased here, but I also put the price in consideration. For $120, yes, it's as basic as they come, but it's also as cheap as you would get. The only thing cheaper that I could remember here is the Wolverine that I bought recently, maybe like a year ago, for $90. That has claws and a head sculpt, so that's a better value per se. But I mean, you're not gonna find, this is so unique that it could work on anything. If you have 3-0 Walking Dead, it could be a zombie. You know, it could be anything. This would work practically on anything if you're doing photography. So for $120, highly recommend it. If you want to know where I bought this from, you know, shoot me a DM or whatever. Put it on the comment and I'll lead you to that. But thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, please hit that like button. It really does help me out and it motivates me to do more videos. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch if you like video games. And I will see you guys in the next video.